Today we're solving quadratics by using square roots. This is your homework, pages 270 to 271, 22 through 33 all, number 38, and number 41, A and B. Okay, so let's check it out. We're going to start with number 22. Number 22 says s squared is equal to 169. So we're just given an equation. And with all equations, we have to solve by undoing operations in reverse order. So usually when we evaluate something, we follow order of operations, which we refer to as PEMDAS a lot. When we are solving for a variable, we have to go in reverse order or reverse order of operations. So let's take a look at this. We have to figure out what our operation is and use the inverse. In this question, the only operation that's happening to our variable s is a squared. So we have to undo the squaring. And we undo squaring with the inverse operation, which is the square root. So I need to take the square root of both sides. S squared equals square root of 169. So s is equal to 13. Now remember that all of our square roots could be both plus or minus. So it's really plus or minus 13. So that one was easy peasy. Let's try another one. We have number 29. Number 29 says x squared over 25 minus 6 equals negative 2. So again, we have to solve this by using reverse invert order of operations. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this minus 6, and the inverse operation of subtraction is addition. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both, or add 6 from both, to both sides. Negative 6 and positive 6 gives me 0, so I have x squared over 25 left on this side. And then on this side, negative 2 plus 6 is a positive 4. Okay. Now I need to take a look at this here. Well, I have x squared, that's an operation, but it's dividing by 25, and I really want to undo this dividing by 25 first. So I'm going to undo dividing by 25 by the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 25. So 25 over 25 is 1, and that's how these cancel each other out. And then I'm just left with x squared over here. And then 4 times 25 is 100. And now I need to undo this last operation, which is squaring. So I take my square root symbol to both sides. And then I'm left with x equals, whoops, let's get that square root symbol back. X equals plus or minus 10. So again, it may look a little complicated, but if we can just undo order of operations, we should be fine. So let's take a look at one last problem, a little more challenging yet, and go ahead and undo this. So I have lots of things going on here. I got parentheses, I got exponents, and if I think about PEMDAS, I've got to go in that opposite order. So let's undo subtraction first by adding to both sides. So we're going to add 5 to both sides. So then I get 2 times x plus 2 squared equals 13. And now I need to multiply both sides, or excuse me, undo this dividing by 2 by now I need to undo this multiplying by 2 by dividing by 2 on both sides. Here I divide by 2, and I'm going to get x plus 2 squared equals, and then I'm just going to leave it as 13 over 2. Because if I divide it out, I get an actual decimal. And for right now, I want to just leave it as 13 over 2.